Ready, go! Yeah, that's a man!
Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to another YouTube video. Today we are back with the critical spinner once again. Yesterday I had a lot of fun with it, with the center table pronation lift. Today we're going to mix it up. We're going to go away from the world of top rolling. We're going to go into the world of hooking. That deep, dark, dangerous place that requires a lot of bravery to come forward at your opponent. So what we're doing today is the multi-spinner. We're going to be doing it from a low point, and we're going to be doing it with the supinated side as the emphasis on the lift. So that's what's coming up next. I have no idea what the numbers are going to be. I think they're going to be slightly less than yesterday's. I think this is going to be a harder lift. I'm going to have to stay up a lot more upright. It's going to be a lot more elbow heavy, and the stabilization, as we know, is going to be the big challenging part, as it was yesterday. So anyway, I'll get it set up, I'll show you guys the lift, and we'll get underway. Alrighty guys, so here we are. We've got the low attachment, as I mentioned. We've got the multi-spinner. The way I'm going to strap it is exactly the same as yesterday, except I'm going to go on the supinated side instead of the pronated side. So again, index finger and thumb, between that is where I start the strap. Okay, we're going to go across the back of the hand. We're not going to go below the wrist at any point in time today, because that takes away from what I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work my wrist flexion and my supination here. So across the back of the hand, above the wrist joint, across the back of the hand, above the wrist joint, once again, making that cross on the back of the hand. And then yesterday, I went around the pronation side, above my index finger. Okay, today, we're going low. We're going low. We're going down the bottom. Okay, and we're going to wrap that sucker up so that it's just below my pinky finger. Now, from here, again, it's center table. This time with the low attachment, it's simulating what it is like, the pressures are like to set that damn hook. Now, let me just change this pad around. There we go, that's better. Now I feel like I am in the ready to go position. Today, it's just going to be this. Okay, you're not going to see me drop my body on this one. I'm going to stay upright, because setting a hook is often about catching. It's about catching and scooping, defeating that opponent's back pressure and pronation. So wrist flexion and supination and side pressure is really a massive key to setting that hook. So we've got 15 kilos on there at the moment, and I can feel already this is going to be a hard lift. Harder than yesterday's lift for sure. Anyway, 15 kilos, good warm-up weight. Let's put some more weight on and see how we go. Alrighty guys, we are up to 25 kilos now, and I just want, whilst I'm getting this strap ready, want to shout out to everyone who's watching live on TikTok. Thank you for being here. If you're on YouTube, you guys know the drill. But here we go, 25 kilos now. There we go, same setup as before. Let's see how it feels. Alright, 25 kilos. So, time to go up. Alright, just going up by 5 kilo increments at the moment, so 30 kilos now on the stack. I really don't know where the failure is going to be today. These are all new 1RMs that I'm testing out here with this critical spinner. Alright, 30 kilos. Alright, 30 kilos done, up we go. Alright guys, 35 kilos. Now, whilst I'm strapping on this one, again, I want to re-emphasize the same thing I did yesterday, in that one of the best things about this critical spinner is the instability in the handle, which requires you to then make it stable. The reason the numbers are so much lower on this handle compared to other handles is because this thing will flick around if you don't keep it stable. Your hand and wrist integrity, the stability through the wrist, is so critical to being able to lift heavy numbers. All right, 40 kilos. Set that damn hook, eh? 40 kilos done. All right, maybe I'm starting to feel like this lift might be bigger than yesterday's lift. I don't know. I'll save that judgment for a bit later, but I got a feeling we're going higher today than we did yesterday. All right, guys, we're at 45 kilos now. This was the max lift that I did yesterday on the pronation side. So yeah, I've got to get this to equal. Oh my goodness. That took some concentrated effort. That took a real zone in take. I had like 95% of the weight and it hadn't come up yet. And I could feel that I was wanting to wobble. And I had to really laser in on my efficiency of my directions of my force to get that lift in the end. The 45 kilos done. It's getting real difficult. Might go up by 2.5 kilo increments from here. All right, I'm back. For the YouTube audience watching, my camera stuffed up on my lift of the 47.5 kilos. I lifted it successfully. It was difficult, but I got it. So we're now on 50 kilos. For TikTok, who you guys have been watching live, you saw the 47.5 go up. So you guys are gonna have to verify it for me if anyone on YouTube doesn't believe it. But hopefully I just lift this 50 and there's no doubts. Anyway, 50 kilos now. Ah! Okay, 50 kilos done. No doubts. We're all good. As long as the damn camera records this one, doesn't stuff it up like last time. 50 kilos done, we'll keep going up. Alrighty guys, I've actually feeling my energy at the moment. I can feel that I believe there's a bigger lift in me than going up by 2.5 kilo increments. And I feel that I don't want to waste my energy doing too many lifts on the lighter lifts. So I've jumped up to 55 kilos now. And we're gonna have a go at that. It's a bit of a risk, but hey, you gotta live on the edge sometimes. All right, 55. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, as you can see, that was a sustained effort to get that lift away. I put my usual amount of squeeze in, and normally it comes up then, but I could feel that it was really close and it just hadn't come up yet. So I held my breath a little longer, and it was all about finding the combined sum of energy in my body. It wasn't about this anymore. It wasn't about wrist flexion. It was about using the rest of my body while statically maintaining that pressure that was doing 95% of the job to just get the drive through. 1RMs teach you about your best position. That's one of the best things about 1RM lifts, is you discover the most efficient body position in the lift, and you often don't know that that's going to be the case until you get to the 1RM. Now 55 kilos for me there, that genuinely felt like it's probably 97% of what my body can handle. It's questionable whether I should go up again. I'm gonna, on this case, pull the plug, and I'm not gonna go up any further, just because I can feel if I do, the stretch on the elbow is gonna start to get pretty big. And because of the instability in the hand and wrist, yeah, it's just starting to feel like it might be too much to keep going from there. But anyway, 55 kilos, I'm happy with that either way. Oh, and I'll keep the camera rolling, YouTube, because I know you guys love to verify my weights. So let's go show you the 55 kilos. What do we got? We got a 15 down the bottom. We got a 20, that looks 35. We got a 10, 45, and then a 5 and a 5 makes 55. Plus all the random other stuff. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even sure if I was pointing the camera at that then. 15, 20, 10, 5, 5. There it is. Alrighty guys, there we have it. The supinated 1RM, 55 kilos. We'll call it that. Interesting lift. I'm not sure whether it's the case. I normally like to be balanced on both sides of the spectrum. I want to be a well-rounded arm wrestler, so I want my pronation side to be as good as my supination side. And yesterday's 1RM was 45 for the pronation side, today's 55 for the supination side. So probably means I need to do some work to catch up my pronation side at center off the go. But I do feel like, I don't know, it was easier to be more stable today in this lift. Getting my shoulder behind, tucking in. There was less threat on my wrist flexion. It was much easier to get my wrist flexion in. It was all about keeping my wrist stable whilst adding the side pressure through my elbow and my shoulder. Which again, I know I can do side pressure at 80 kilos if my hand is not threatened, but with that stability, or that instability rather, it really does reduce what you can generate. But either way, critical spinner, I'm a big fan of it. I think it's one of the most valuable handles you can have for just that, as I've said it, the word a lot, stability. It's the instability of these handles that really brings you future stability in your hand and wrist. And I'm a big believer that stability in your hand and wrist is almost like it's a disproportionate reward when it comes to the results on the table. Trusting your hand and wrist, being stable in your hand and wrist at center, sends a big message to your opponent. They can usually feel that. They usually are terrified of that feeling. They usually want to slip against it. And it means that you're straight away, you're in the good position. You've got the upper hand. They're running from you. You're controlling things. And it's a nice place to be. You get to dictate terms on where the match goes. So the critical spinner, big fan. You can grab one at poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. There's only a few left. I'm organizing another batch at the moment of all the handles, so they won't be too far away for everyone, but you can grab one at poundforpoundarmwrestling.com right now. But guys, as always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your comments, likes, shares.
Yes, that's a bet!